Hey everyone, and welcome back to Live for Wonders. Finally, I made it. Finally, I have another video, another vlog coming out, and I'm really sorry if I didn't produce any video as I planned, but unfortunately for 2 weeks I've been sick. Even the Christmas day I've been sick because I started to have fever and flu on that specific day. So I'm really sorry. I tried my best to come back as soon as possible, but as you can see, I came back with a vlog today, and I have all the shorts that I usually do on my channel and on the other platforms again. So I think yeah, I can tell you that I'm finally came back. Now there are a little bit of changings. First of all, as you can see from the titles of the shorts, I changed it from coffee shorts because maybe it could be a little bit confusing for people that were reading, you know, the description of my channel, but they read coffee and they didn't get what was going on. So I changed it to a minute of breath, or breathe, but I think it's breath, the pronunciation, and that makes more sense, makes more clear what I'm doing and what I'm trying to help people doing. So this is the first news. The other news that probably I should tell you is that I'm trying to go towards now a very specific topic instead of being more general, because I've seen that people are more attracted to, you know, specific contents. That makes absolutely sense. It's not a critic, it's just that I need to adjust myself because I'm kind of a new on this platform to do certain kind of videos in certain ways. So that will be another of my changings, and I hope that will be appreciated. Now, before keeping going, I want to tell you that this will be a vlog that will talk about basically the new starting year, what you can actually do to put some resolution out there and realize them for real, and what you can do to actually cheer you up a little bit, because, you know, we are still under this kind of pandemic, and I feel that people need a little bit more of you know, positivity, happiness, and I'm here to try to help you out with this. Don't forget to follow me and to click the like button, to push the bell as well, and to leave a comment, because that is the major and the most important thing. If you leave a comment, I can actually have a kind of communication with you, you know, straightforward. I don't need to create a specific content to have maybe a comment down below, but just propose something that you really need to know, or that you want to know, or maybe if I wasn't very specific in something, you can help me out in this way. And the more you help me, the more you actually share my content, and the more people follow me, and the best will be the content that I will propose, because of course now is just like me talking with few of you, but I want to reach many more people. And I think this is the aim of every YouTuber, I'm sure, but you know, this is my mission, this is my personal mission in life, and I feel that I can make it. I feel that I can have the potentiality to actually help out people just thanks to some videos, just thanks to some kind words that I think are the keys of everything. So as I promised, now we start to talk about the new year, and I wish you a new year, a fantastic new year. Even though it's already started, and again, I'm sorry, I was planning to come back as soon as the new year popped in, but nothing, I couldn't. But here I am, so I wish you all the best for this year, and I wish that all your dreams become reality. And if you will follow me, I will explain step by step how to do that, because for people that maybe don't know me, I started to not only believe, but I started to experiment all the things that I read through the books, from my experience, all my formation about philosophy and a little bit of psychology that I did on my spare time. And I can tell you that I really helped a lot of people in the real world, friends and people that actually were coming to me thanks to my friend, because they referred to me. And this made me so happy. This gave me a lot of joy, because seeing people that can actually make it in their life is everything for me. Seeing people happy, that they reached what they really wanted, is something that is absolutely priceless. I can't describe it in another word. It's just priceless. But this can happen only if you help me, and only if you can share my content with other people. Now, for the 2022, what I usually do is, a lot of people, let's say, they make their own resolution. I do mine as well. But my resolutions, instead of being just dreams, is just to organization, is just more about, organize my time. In what sense? If you want to realize something, the best way you have are only two things to keep in mind. Okay, so one are the habits, but we already talked about the power of habits. And the second thing is the most important for me, is to put yourself in a condition where you have targets to achieve. And I think this is really important to have, because you need to have a kind of a deadline for the things that you need to do. Of course, there are things that maybe require more time, things that require less time. One thing to remember, if you don't actually make it for any reason, you can make the things that you wanted on the timeline that you actually put on your agenda. It doesn't matter. The important is that you are much more closer to your dream than you were when you started. Okay, the pathway. Why I'm telling this? Because there are people that can use the law of attraction, that can use their actually willing to achieve something on the time that they fixed. But there are other people that maybe can't yet, because they need to, reach the same level of consciousness. And to do so, you need to make a little bit of mistakes. And making mistakes and not maybe achieving things on the time that you wanted, it's something that you need to learn, because you know that you can make it. This time maybe you didn't, but next time will be the right one. Or maybe you just miscalculated the entity and the effort that you needed to put in there, and maybe you weren't in that kind of situation. So don't discourage yourself. What I'm doing is just putting on the calendar the deadline, but I don't blame myself if I can't reach that, because in life can happen everything. So it's not really a question only of you, it's a question of all the universe, other people, other things that are going on. So don't blame yourself, okay? This kind of resolution calendar is just a way to work hard towards what you want. And working hard actually is not really a good example in terms of phrases, because I think if you really want something, you can obtain that, and of course you need to work towards that. But when you do something that you love, it's not really a question of working hard, it's a question of doing what you love. So instead of saying working hard, I prefer to say doing what you love, and you will see that the things will change. So try to make this effort to actually fix a date, and try to respect realizing what you want there. And how to realize that? Well, with constant attitude, that is actually, I don't know if it's forgive me if it's not the right word, but basically being constant with your attitude. And your attitude is actually achieving what you want, achieving your dreams. So keeping that always in mind, being very focused. And the second thing is with the habits. Habits help you in the darkest moment when you maybe don't want to make things. For example, today I didn't want to film videos because I didn't feel like that. I still have a little bit of a headache, but I forced myself, said no, I have to respect what I've written down on my calendar, and this is an habit that I want to restore for the next year. So every single week I will be here vlogging and telling you things for your wellness and for your life. So this is the power of habit. Even if you don't feel like, you will have this kind of responsibility towards yourself to say, no, I decided to do that, I want to do that. And this helps a lot, believe me. I was one of the people that was used to procrastinate things. I'm not doing anymore. It takes a little bit of exercise. Don't be scared, because a lot of people passing the same thing that you're passing you at this specific moment. And there are people that are even better than me probably out there, but I don't care, because what you need is just to focus on yourself. Another tip I want to give you for this 2022 is an important lesson that I learned just few weeks ago, reading a book. And I found myself in the words that I was reading, because when you focus on something in this specific world, it's easy to be distracted. So you focus for 1 hour, 2 hours, and then you lose completely the concentration on that thing, because it slips from your mind, because you have tons of other things to do. Now, what I actually suggest myself, but I invite you to do the same, is actually to be more focused. So when you do things, tell yourself, I'm doing this because I want to achieve this. Okay, this means being focused, repeating yourself, what are you doing and why are you doing that? Because you have a target to achieve, because you have something that you want in your life and you want to achieve. The soonest the better. So this is a thing that I read in a book that you find on the link down below, that is basically the book of Bob Proctor. Is very famous here on YouTube. Just look for his name and you will find tons and tons of videos. He will say more or less the same thing that I'm telling you, but because we both had this kind of experience. Of course, he's a billionaire. I'm not yet, but one day I could be, if this is my dream. But at the same time, we share the same thinking. And it's really encouraging to find someone that I never met before that shares something on YouTube that are very close to my mindset, that is very close to my kind of thinking, and having a kind of confirmation, having a kind of, someone that think the same way you think. It gives you so much energy, so much power, and I really invite you to follow him, because he repeats constantly the same thing, but this is his technique. Repeating is the key. The more you repeat, the more you read the same thing, the more they will settle in your subconscious, the more you will obtain sooner what you want, because this is the best way to actually achieve what you want. Repeating yourself the same keys, the same phrase, and this will make it one day, after months that you repeat yourself or read the same thing, you will see that the changing will start from the moment that you actually start to read or listen the same thing, but will achieve the highest spike, highest point, when you actually, after a few months, you will obtain to having your subconscious a different mechanism. But I will cover this in another vlog. Just last tip and thing that I want to share with you. Another thing I want to suggest is to read and read and read the book of Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, because I started to read again that after 2 times I read, and I always discover something more. And that book is so packed of good informations that you discover only bit by bit, and that is actually something good. You should really have that book aside on your bedside table and read at least 2-3 pages every single evening. I can assure you things will change and incredibly soon. So again, you will find this book as well on my description. If you want to sustain my channel, you don't need other things to do that. Just click on the link that you find on my description. Buy from them these links in 24 hours. Not specifically only that book, you can buy whatever you want. It doesn't cost you absolutely anything, but Amazon will share a little part of the money that you give to Amazon with me, so they will sustain my channel and they will support the work that I'm trying to do, and will be more than helpful. But you will find also other useful links with all my social on my link in the description. So this is it. Don't forget to actually share my video, to subscribe, to click the bell button, and to leave a comment, because again, as I said at the beginning, it's really important for me to understand what you need to know, what level you are in this specific moment, what I can do for you, to improve your life, because I really care about you. So please don't forget to leave a comment. And that's it. I'm already passing 15 minutes, I guess. I think so. That's it for today. I'm really glad that I've been here today. I'm really glad that I came back to YouTube, and I look forward to see you next week with another vlog. Thank you very much for listening to me. Thank you very much for following me. And again, I'll see you next week. Have a lovely, lovely year and lovely week for now. Bye bye.